Do you smell that?
I don't know. What is that?
Someone's cooking.
It's a little smoky in here.
I think it smells like rap. I'm Jason.
And I'm Davan.
And you're invited
To the cookout.
On today's episode of the Cookout, we got something hot, something fresh cooking for you today.
Something spicy.
Something
with flavor.
something lyrical.
With seasoning.
Today, we're going to be drawing some of our favorite, not even necessarily our favorite, but some rap lyrics for you. You know, rappers across time. Who are some of your favorite rappers?
Some of my favorite rappers. Okay, so personally, I'm a big fan of Tyler, the Creator.
Mm-hmm.
Big Tyler, the Creator fan. I love me some Doja Cat. I love when she, switches up a little bit. She does some pop stuff too, but, things like that are some of my faves.
I've been getting really into Jay-Z lately, and I've also, not that I wasn't into Jay-Z before,
right.
but I've been listening to, a lot of his old stuff. He's got this, flow that's just, he wrote the Drip Intravenous.
Oh, he wrote that line?
Yeah, he wrote that.
Okay.
Yeah, an Alien Superstar.
Also, Doechii.
Doechii.
I gotta mention Doechii.
What it is, ho? What's up? Every black boy needs a little love. Yeah, so good. And so, David, I considered a few lyrics for you.
Okay.
But then I was thinking about this song, and I just had to.
Oh boy. All right. What is it?
I'm pulling up the lyrics right now.
Okay.
But the song is by the City Girls.
Oh no.
And the song is Pussy Talk.
No, you didn't.
And since you mentioned liking Doja Cat, we're gonna do her verse. I'm gonna rap it for you right here.
Okay.
Pussy talented, it do cartwheels, and he paid cause he like how that part feel.
Yeah.
Pussy gives speeches heartfelt, so that pussy really talk like it's Garfield. I was just imagining this cat doing all these adventures. Obviously, don't draw anything graphic.
I know. Of course not. We can't do that. This is we can't get taken down this
second episode.
Okay, so what are we doing here? This cat on these kind of little adventures. You were saying.
Have you seen Doraemon?
Yeah,
he's
that's the blue one, right?
Yeah.
Let's see here. What do I do with this?
I mean, pussy is talented.
It do cartwheels.
It do cartwheels.
If you want
to draw a cartwheel right now.
Draw a cat doing cartwheels.
Yeah.
I gotta start over then because this is not the.
Right.
Okay. Let's see.
when I was looking through the other lyrics I considered were unicorn is the uniform you put on, eyes on you when you perform, eyes on I when I put on, mastermind and haute couture, label horse can't clock, I'm so obscure,
unique.
It seemed a little too obvious. And then the other one I was imagining, I just thought it was funny, is Kanye in All Falls Down, where he's
we're having some malfunctions here. Hold on.
Shit. And we're black. Sorry about those technical difficulties.
Yeah. Okay. How do we? Okay. How do I want to do this? Thinking about these lyrics,
Did you ever want to be a rapper?
Kind of.
Because I feel like that's every black boy at some point wants to rap.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I still have this thing, a little whole part of my heart where I'm going to rap for something professional someday. Not that I'm good at it, but there's something being. It's hard to not like rap when you're a black guy. It's not to feed into stereotypes, but it just kind of is what it is, and it's such an immense part of our culture.
It definitely is. I will say, not just specifically rap or anything. How do I can move this.
Control
right?
T. Control T.
Control T.
Wait, Control D, Control D, Control T.
There we go. Okay, but I've been picking up the hobby of like songwriting and things like that. Not so much like producing the music or anything, but writing like in little lyrics and stuff like that because I think that's kind of fun. So that's like one of the things that I've been doing on the side personally, and just having some fun with that too.
I used to write so many songs when I was younger. Like my sister and I had a whole recording studio, and there was it was very like Empire, if you've seen that show. But like the whole studio fell apart because we were fighting for rights over this song.
Oh my god.
It was called "Cool as a Cucumber," and the lyrics were like "Cool as a cucumber," and my sister was convinced that she deserved writing credits on the song. But I'm like, just because you were there doesn't mean you did anything. So it was
just
like,
because you were there
doesn't mean you did anything. And so I was trying to, I was trying to, I didn't want her name on the song, and she was just adamant on having it, and my brother became like the court, and the studio dissolved. It was heartbreaking. Like, to go through that at the age of 5, just kind of...
Yeah, heartbreaking at the age of 5.
It just kind of changes you.
The whole corporate system dissolves. That's so funny, though. Like, to think that it was just that serious from that young. I don't know. That's really funny to me. I do remember, like, writing little individual, like, story things with a bunch of people when I was younger, and kind of, like in the same vein of, like, arguing over who deserves the rights, I guess, for doing something. But, you know, that's kind of funny.
Literally, I also wrote a song called Bad Boy Jeep. And the lyrics were like, I'm cruising down the street in the bad boy Jeep. I'm gonna get some honeys and get some money. And I had this, like, I was Drippy J when I was younger.
Drippy J eats.
And I'll you know that picture of me in the Galaxy cap and the sunglasses?
Yeah.
That was Drippy J. I haven't brought Drippy J out in a long time, but I think he needs to come back.
I think he does need to come back.
This pussy is talented.
Wait. Cartwheels. Let's, you know.
Oh yeah, the audience is just going crazy.
They said, huh?
I'm gonna tell my kids this is Puss in Boots.
This is actually let's get this cat some boots. Let's say
Yeah. But Drippy J was like you know how Nikki has like Roman?
Oh, I love her.
Like, I am not Jasmine, I am Aladdin. So far ahead, these bums is gagging. See me in that new things, bums is gagging. I'm starting to feel like a dungeon dragon. Rah, rah, like a dungeon dragon. I'm starting to feel like a dungeon dragon.
Look at my show footage, how these girls be spazzing. So I look like getting back to the
has been. Yeah, I said it has been. Hang it up, flat screen. Plasma. Hey Nikki, asthma. I love when, like, I feel like female artists do this particularly. They have like alter egos.
I love the personalities that they put on. It's like they put so much energy into their music, and that's the one thing I love about female rap.
I will say, I think women are killing the rap game right now.
They 100%
and
are.
Me personally, like, it's a lot easier to confuse a lot of male rappers because a lot of them have similar sounds, but like from even like people like Ice Spice and Doechii and Flo Milli, they all have these like unique like flows.
They have something very different about them, and like something that you can easily pick out about them, and that's the one thing I do like about
even Coi Leray. I wasn't the biggest Coi Leray fan, but then she's recently been on the new Spider-Verse soundtrack.
Listen,
and
I haven't watched it
I
yet.
know, but she ate that song up.
Okay.
And I was like, damn, Coi, like, I need to give you more credit.
Young girl.
Yeah. And it's just, I think they are just having more fun with it. They're more, like, silly.
Yeah.
I want, like, a dramatic stage light.
A stage light,
on him.
Just kind of... in these directions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I would pay to see this pussy.
Oh! Ooh! Where does the foot go? It'll make sense.
It's just so complicated.
It'll make sense in post, I promise.
It always makes sense in post.
Always. We'll figure that out. Okay. Yeah.
What's this cat's name? Like, what's his rapper name?
His rapper name? That's a good, I need a cat pun.
There's this one guy on TikTok. I feel like, you know how the rappers have like rapper tags, like Flamilly shit, or like, I feel like
Big Purr.
You call me Big Purr. Go make this pussy purr. I like that. Or like pussy PSA.
Yeah.
It's nice that we're doing this episode early because we literally can't be demonetized. We've made zero money. We can't.
We're not making any money from this.
We're unbeatable.
Yeah.
In that
Yeah,
way.
you know that's kind of funny though to think that like if we did this after getting monetized potentially that it could be taken down for copyright and things like that.
Yeah. This will be when we're big and famous. People will like dig this up and cancel us.
So. Let's not manifest that.
But I feel like if you're at a stage where you can't be canceled, you kind of made it.
That's kind of true though. That's kind of true because one thing that one of my favorite fashion designers, Alexander McQueen, has once said is that all press is good press.
I really do believe in that, and I know like some press is certainly like unsavory. Like I understand that.
Because the thing about press is that regardless of whether it's good or bad or not, you're always getting somebody to talk about you.
Exactly, and you're getting something out
gets
of
you
it.
out there.
Yeah.
Like, somebody's talking, somebody's chatting. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
You should make the people in the crowd like 4Kids.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I could. Yeah.
If you're a 4Kid, that's our
write this
like
down.
our friendly like group chat, and make them like really silly. You might find yourself in the crowd.
Like I have this like plush cauliflower like thing that I got from like a museum or something, and I thought it was so funny to name it Wiz Khalifa.
Wiz Khalifa, another rapper.
Yes.
Oh, that's so good. Oh my gosh. Well, speaking of rap, what rap did you choose?
Well,
for
I had
music?
a few to pick out, but since you already gave me a Doja one, I'm not gonna pick the Doja one.
Okay,
We'll
I
hit you with
see.
something else, right? So I've either got Doechii or Tyler the Creator.
I'll go Doechii.
Doechii, okay. The one that I picked from Doechii is from her song Black Girl Memoir.
Okay.
And the lyrics go as follows. This head on my shoulder has been weighing down with 100 beads. I'm combing out my trauma like my mom do to beady beads. A hot comb will hit you with third degree, burns around your neck for making moves that you shouldn't be.
Damn.
Yes, because she eats. So in my head, I like to, I don't know, I'm picturing like this kind of like strong, like black woman-esque kind of figure.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know if this was a fantasy kind of show, but in my head I was like, oh, like what if like a weapon or something that she had was like based around like the hot comb.
That's awesome. I was thinking something a little more sentimental when I'm drawing. Like I remember very fondly like watching my sister get her hair done.
Yeah.
Like and sitting on the ground, like between my mother's legs. And her just being so upset, but me being like on the other side, trying to entertain her. And I went to her hair appointments. Oh my god, don't do this to me. Oh, we're back. I remember going to hair appointments with her quite often.
Yeah.
We're not gonna draw a black woman in the stressed. It really does that. And just like it would just be hours and hours and hours and hours
Yeah.
of labor. But like black hair, I think it's just such a
Very touching. You know, this is on the topic of hair has been really important for me too, because I used to, and I've always throughout my life basically had pretty long hair. Like I've gone through the whole thing of getting my hair done from my mother, sitting between their legs as they do my hair, and things like that. But I've only just recently cut my hair, so that was really big for me, like, personally, because I'm like, obviously there's a lot of that, not just like symbolism, but importance that my hair has had, like throughout my entire life. So
yeah.
things like that are like really influential and important to me. I thought I love Doechii. Like Doechii comes up with some insane lyrics. Like
I mean, I've always been bald, basically. I know I'm like literally balding, and like it's fine. I plan on being like a black, like sexy, like hoochie daddy.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
the tattoos. And,
Okay,
like,
hoochie daddy.
like it's chill. Like I'm not pressed about it.
Right.
But I remember I was obsessed with white people hair for a long time.
Yeah.
This is a thing like a lot of black kids like go through, where they're where you just all the magazine covers and all the it's just a bunch of white people, and then you start to associate white with pretty.
Yeah.
And white with better, and it was like I literally had this fantasy in my head where I had like very like Gwen Stacy haircut with like the fallen hair on one side and like head shaved on the other, and I was like that was never going to happen for me. But in my head, like that was what was cool. And
yeah, no, I can relate to this a bit too much. Like I kind of, I don't know if you remember from our little video editing class where I made a whole documentary about me cutting my hair and how important it was to me. But I briefly touched on a lot of the trauma that I had surrounding it, and ultimately my decision to cut it, which didn't have to do with like all the things other people were telling me about it, but more or less about me wanting to start over and like try to figure out who I am outside of what everybody was saying.
Yeah.
And that's like what ultimately led to me like cutting my hair, aside from like other things too. But it's just like that was the main reason. And like, with having grown up and being told that like, all these like horrible things about the way that my hair looked from like the predominant or kind of like white area school that I went to, like it was really hard like to be black and like accept those qualities of myself. But
yeah, it's there, especially like when it's there are things like your wardrobe like that you can control and like what you wear, like. And I'll never forget taking flack from like white kids who wore sports goggles. Like, are you serious? Me being black is the issue. Meanwhile, you're
like, babe, let's talk about
like,
this tracksuit.
Exactly. Like, are you serious? And it just, I don't know. That always really like baffled me, because it was like, damn, like I'm the ugly one.
Yeah. And it was to go back to what like kind of picking off of that, like it's also so crazy to hear like the differences between what people are saying. Like people in our community would like praise me for how pretty and gorgeous my hair is, but I'd go to school with all these other people and they tell me the completely opposite. So it's just like, well, what am I supposed to like? I'm confused because it's not exactly like I can do much about it. Like this is just how I look.
And it's like you live a double life as a black American, where you're at home and people are telling you like, and especially like from my perspective, my parents are immigrants and first gen, and they would always be like telling me like how proud I should be of my culture and how like how much I should like want to own it. And I just remember I'm gonna put a hand here, I think. But I remember like feeling that and listening to the music and the Afro beats, and then getting to school and people being like, oh, like what's that, like whack ass music?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, like fuck, like I'm told to be proud of this, in a world where they're telling me not to.
Yeah. Like, and even like outside of like social settings like school, like even like going into the workforce, it becomes like has been like kind of like an issue, being told that like our hair is unprofessional.
Absolutely.
And the things that we do with it,
Even things like do-rags, they just
Yeah.
aren't classy. But the amount of people that are like, oh, and then she threw her hair up into a messy bun. Well, guess what? The do-rag is my messy bun. Like, that's, you know? And it's like, white people get to feel hot and sexy about a lack of effort. Not even like a lack of effort. It's just like situational. Like sometimes you just can't. You know, like now I gotta put an ocean in my hair, trying to get some tsunami like waves.
Yeah.
Just so I can like.
like it takes work to be look this good.
Exactly.
So when Beyonce
and
said
she cost
Pretty
$1
Hurt,
million to. Oh, Pretty Hurt.
Yeah.
But she also said in Pure Honey, she cost $1 billion to look this good.
I love this drawing so much already, and I'm like, oh my god, like this didn't go in the direction I thought it was, but I love the route that we took with this. I think it having a sentimental melt means a lot more. So
yeah,
I love this.
I mean, especially after. I mean, your pussy was sentimental.
Oh my god.
I mean, that's the cookout for you. I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm done with this.
I love this so much. This is so
there's this poem by Clint Smith called "When My Mother Braids My Sister's Hair," and I'll probably put it up on screen. But it really, I did a painting for my English teacher based on this poem because he was just so phenomenal in introducing us to black poets and black writers, because we had such a small class. You could put something out there for everyone. I had realized like that in senior year that I'd been so starved for stories that I could relate to, and it just felt that much more special when I finally could feel it. So if you're a little black girl watching this, or if you're a cat doing cartwheels, I hope you feel pretty, and I hope you feel beautiful no matter where you are.
Yes.
Guys, thank you so much for coming to the cookout today. We're having a really awesome time doing this and touching topics from laying edges to kitties doing cartwheels.
Right. But no, this was a lot of fun. I loved how sentimental we can get with things like this, and then also just having fun. Like, you know, I think that's what like the key takeaway from this is. Like, it doesn't have to always be so serious. But, yeah.
Well, let's pack it up.
Take your plates to go.
Woo! Pussy talented.
It do cartwheels. Then he pay because he like how that heart feels.
Awesome.